It's Scotland versus the West Indies in their second World Cup match. Both teams have to win as we welcome you to the second match for the West Indies in the T20 Women World Cup 2024. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the number one cricketing channel in the Caribbean. It's my pleasure to have you here as we watch the match together. The news from the stadium that not Pakistan, but this is surprising to me because what I'm seeing, Andre, unless the information came across wrong, but it looks like West Indies is going to field. Scotland won the toss and decide to bat. Right.
Yes.
Scotland has won the toss and decide to bat. And so the West Indies playing 11 is Matthews, Taylor have recovered or sufficiently fit to play Canberra, Dottin, Henry Alleyne, Sheddy Nation, Joseph, Fletcher, Munisar, and Ramharack. So there are two changes in this playing 11 compared to the playing 11 that played on Friday. In that Nation, she came in also Munisar in place of Connell and Zadia James. So two changes to the West Indies playing 11. With us this morning to take us through the live watch along, as he will not be here. He will not be here this afternoon, so he's putting in a shift from now. Is Andre. Andre, good morning and welcome.
Yeah, morning to you, Carlton, and good morning to the viewers all over the world, wherever you may be.
All right, thank you very much, Andre. So the Scotland team and West Indies expect to win this match fairly comfortable. Good decision, I think, from Scotland to win the match. It's hot now, but by the time the West Indies start batting, it will not only be cooler, but there may be a possibility of dew. So it's a very good decision all around for Scotland to win and decided to bat, Andre.
Yes, and I think that on these pitches in the UAE, if you can get a score of say 120, 130, I think that sort of score is very competitive, as we have seen so far, because the wickets are not playing as true, and it's not ideal conditions for batting. So if you can get a score anywhere in the region of 120, 130, I think that sort of score is very competitive. And we know that West Indies batting from time to time is so inconsistent. So Scotland, I think they have done the right thing.
I'll be very disappointed though if Scotland get anywhere close to that total. I really think that we should really bowl them out for probably 75, 80. I really don't expect Scotland to reach 100.
Right, yes, because West Indies bowling, and I think, because I don't think Scotland batting is that strong, but they're probably thinking that is their best chance of winning the game if they can get a score, and with the inconsistent West Indies batting, they'll be quite hopeful.
Yes, I would have always bat, especially for a weaker team. I will always bat, and I always want to bat in the sunlight, especially in the UAE where it's very hot. So Henry over the wicket bowls the first ball to Arley, who edge it down to third man for a single. So they are off the mark right away. Scotland is off the mark right away. They are up and running after one delivery. Henry just playing that as the Arley looks to turn it into the onside, come off the leading edge down to third man for a single. And it's all women referee in this match. The score between Manchester United and Aston Villa is still 0-0. Henry over the wicket bowls to Bryce, who cuts, misses through to the keeper, no run. The score 1 without loss. I welcome you to the live watch along here as we watch the match together. And those of you who are not able to watch the match but are listening to the commentary, I appreciate all of you. Welcome and appreciate it. Please, I look forward to your interaction in the chat. Edge dropped that slip. Matthews putting down the catch as Bryce looked to cut. She dived to her left. She jumped to her left. And the ball did not stop, but it's dropped probably. I want to see the replay. It was not an easy chance. It was a slow delivery. It was cut. It was coming down. That one, what you'd say. I expect her to take that, Nonetheless, it dropped. They got a single. I really expected her to take that. I think her positioning was poor, and she mistimed her jump, and she wasn't concentrating. She should have taken that. Henry bowls to Orly, drives through the cover, diving effort there. The fielder got her onto it. They gone for one. They come back for the second. Ramharack sends the return in. The score moves up to 4 without loss. So clearly in my mind that Ailey Matthews, she wasn't concentrating, and as a result, her reaction was not appropriate, and she floored the chance. What should have been, I wouldn't say easy chance, but should have been a fairly regulation catch for international cricket at first. Henry bowls to Orly, who drives through the covers. This one is going to run very close to the boundary. The fielder gave chase. It's got there just ahead of the field. I hope she hasn't hurt herself. 8. She's up, so it seems like Ramharack is okay. Well, she dived, but she dived after the ball hit the boundary rope, and so well played by Orly. So good start here by the Scotland. 8 in the first over. Although Orly should have been out, Henry looking to pitch up the ball, and the batswoman just coming on the front foot and driving it through the covers for 4. Good save by the Aston Villa goalkeeper. Rashford cutting it off the left. Henry bowls to Orly, beaten outside the half stump, through to Campbell, threatening to throw down the stump. And the batswoman in her ground, 8 without loss. I don't love to say batter. Orly is on 7. Bryce is on 1. And after 1 over, Scotland winning the toss and decided to bat. They are 8 without loss. So Rashford was on the left, cuts inside and shoot as usual instead of look for the pass. I can't understand these West Indies winger. These Manchester United winger. There goes Garnacho again. Get the ball on the edge of the back box. Instead of just lobbing it inside for someone to edit or so on, he looked to shoot and scuff the shot, and it went wide of the goal. It's disgusting. Damn it, man. So Matthews will start for the West Indies here. One of our premier bowlers. Let's watch now as Matthews will bowl to Bryce. This is our 98th match for the West Indies. Over the wicket comes in, bowls to Bryce. Bryce turned this down back with a square leg to the fielder, who comes off the backward square leg boundary, sends the return in, and the score moves up to 9. So let me give you the field here now. There's a short third man, there's a backward point, there's a cover, there's a mid-off, and there's a sweep on the cover boundary. There's a woman at short fine leg, there's a mid-wicket, there's a mid-on, and a fielder on the backward square leg boundary. That's the field that West Indies is operating with, as Ailey Matthews in her cap over the wicket bowls to Orly, who pulls this away. Misfield by the fielder at mid-wicket, forward square leg. It goes into the boundary for 4. Did she save it? Massive effort there by Ali Alain on the boundary. I'm wondering if she saved it, and Matthews is not happy with Quiana Joseph at forward of square leg, who allows that ball to go through. Was it a drop chance? They got 2. The umpires are going to check it. Yes, it's 4 runs. 4-run signal as it went into the boundary. Big miss there by Ali Alain. Not Ali Alain, Quiana Joseph. Yes. Despite the best effort of Ali Alain, though, it went into the boundary for 4. Still 0-0 between Manchester United and Aston Villa. So the field now. So they have a long on and a straight mid wicket, a fine leg, backward square leg, and a mid on, and then the 4 fielders on the offside. So it's a 5-4 field for Matthews to Orly, who down the pitch turned it to the fielder at backward square leg, and there is no run. So there's a short fine leg, square leg, mid wicket, a long on, a straight long on, and a fine long on, or a square long on. So those are the 5 on the onside. Matthews into Orly. Orly plays this away down to short fine leg, and there is no run. So 5 on the offside, four on the offside, 5 on the onside. Short third man, backward point cover and mid off. Those are the 4 on the offside. And on the onside, there's a short fine leg, a backward square leg, a mid wicket, and then you have 2 long ons. Comes in now, bowl to Orley. Down the pitch, look to turn it away, taken on the pad to the fielder at fine leg, and there is short fine leg, and there is no run. 13 without loss after 1.1 overs. So, Matthews in her first over. So there's the field, the short fine leg as she comes in now. Bowls to Orley, and Orley hit this in the air. It's going to feel a running back, took the catch. Jiquiana Dottin, is it? So Dottin took the catch there, running back from a straight mid-wicket. As she looked to pull, it goes high in the air, and Dottin took the catch, and Scotland lost their first wicket. And so Scotland are 13 for 1 at the end of over number 2. West Indies picking up their first wicket of the tournament. Ailey Matthews picking up her first wicket at the tournament. And luckily, Andre, for the West Indies, it was Dottin that was underneath that catch.
Yes, indeed, because Dottin probably the most athletic of the West Indies fielders. You know, she's a superb fielder, superb athlete, and that was a really well-judged catch by Deandra Dottin.
Okay, Andre, over to you.
Yes, so pretty decent start there for the West Indies. There was Dottin taking a wonderful catch, you know, judging it pretty well. So it's going to be Henry into bowl to Bryce. Bryce comes forward, plays to the short cover. There's no run scored. The score remains on 13 for 1. We're in over number 3, being bowled by Chanel Henry. Her second of the innings. She went for 8 in the first over. There's a replay of the catch. Really well judged. Really excellent catch there by Deandra Dottin. Here's Henry once more. Bowl to Bryce. Bryce is beaten outside the off stump, taken by the keeper, Campbell. Score remains on 13 for 1. We're in over number 3. It's been bowled by Chanel Henry. Bryce is S. Bryce, which is Sarah Bryce. She's on 2 from 5 deliveries. And it's K. Bryce. The other Bryce is K. Bryce. Not sure if they're related. So there's Bryce and Bryce at the wicket for Scotland. It's 13 for 1 in over number 3, being bowled by Chanel Henry, who's on her way to bowl to Sarah Bryce, who plays up to the short mid-on area. The score remains on 13 for 1. Good over thus far by Chanel Henry. Oh, so there's Sarah Bryce and there's Catherine Bryce. So Catherine Bryce, a pretty decent T20 record, an average of around 40. But it is Sarah Bryce who's on strike, who's faces up to Chanel Henry. Here's Henry on her way. Oh, it's bowled completely. And there was Sarah Bryce trying to drive that one, missed it, bowled, neck and crop. So Henry gets her first wicket. It's 13 for 2 in over number 3. So the Scottish have lost their second wicket. It's 13 for 2. Sarah Bryce bowled all ends up. So Chanel Henry gets her first wicket and the second of the innings. So it's 13 for 2 in over number 3. Sarah Bryce scoring 2 from 7 deliveries. So the Scotland in a bit of trouble right here. They are 13 for 2 in over number 3, being bowled by Chanel Henry, the Jamaican medium fast bowler. Jay says, man, you're not good. Why would you be doing that to yourself? And that, of course, is directed to Carlton, who is a Man U fan. Morning, Carlton. Checking in, bless. Morning to you, Carlton Heyman. We're going to do this. Yes, we should do this, and we should do this pretty comfortable too. Grand rising to all. Morning to you, Peter. While Henry bowls to the new batter Lister, who plays to the cover fielder. There's no run scored. So it's 13 for 2 in over number 3, being bowled by Henry. So far, 1 wicket in this over, no run scored. So really good. There's a really, really good delivery there by Chanel Henry. Seemed to have been a leg cutter from her. Congrats to Matthews on her 100 T20 wicket. Good catch by Dottin, says Michael. Yes, congrats indeed to our premier all-rounder, Haley Matthews and captain. So at the end of the over, it is 13 for 2. A very good over there by Chanel Henry, picking up the wicket of Sarah Bryce, bowled for 2. Great dismissal by Henry. Yes, that was a pretty good delivery. I think it was a leg cutter that Sarah Bryce got. So it's going to be Matthews. He's on our way to bowl to Bryce. Bryce tickles that one to the short, to the backward square leg area. A single is taken. The score moves on to 14 for 2. And Catherine Bryce is off the mark. Lister comes on to strike. Yet to get off the mark. It's Matthews in her second over, the 4th of the innings. It's 14 for 2 from 3.1 overs. Matthews on her way. Bowl to Lister. Flight to the rate. And Lister's driving in the air. She'll be taken. It's dropped. Oh, that was a poor effort. Poor effort by Chadian Nation. And there was the batter Lister driving that one. Peels off the outer edge. And Chadian Nation put her down. That was a big miss there by Chadian Nation. You know, not. Yeah, that was a pretty regulation catch. She should have taken that one. Matthews is on her way once more to bowl to Lister. Lister is hitting that one in the air. It's going. She'll be taken. Oh, it's another drop catch. What is happening here? Wow. Another drop catch on the backward square leg boundary. That this time is Fletcher. Not good at all by West Indies. Not good at all. 2 consecutive drop catches. Oh, no. Should have been taken at this stage. That should have, at this level, those need to be taken. Matthews once more. Bowl. There's a loud appeal for LBW. Not out, says the umpire. Seems to have been pitched. Seems to have been hit outside off stump. You're thinking about going through for the replay. But that seems to have been hitting her outside off stump, I would say. Yes. I don't think she signaled for the replay, but I think time ended. So the score remains on 17 for 2. We're in over number 4, being bowled by Haley Matthews, the captain of the West Indies team, the premier all-rounder for the West Indies. Oh, this is an actual review. I think they made it in time. Okay. So this is a review by the West Indies. Let's see what happened. So he missed the bat. Just waiting on the third umpire's decision. Right, so he missed the bat and the glove. So let us see. Impact in line. Umpire's call. So review retains. Umpire's call. So it was a marginal one. So the score remains on 17 for 2. In over number 4, being bowled by Haley Matthews, the captain of the West Indies team. It's going to be Matthews to bowl to Bryce. Bryce settles. She waits on Matthews. Here's Matthews on her way to bowl to Bryce, and Bryce is playing that one in the mid-wicket area. They go through for a single. Dottin retrieves. That is all there'll be. The score moves to 18 for 2. Bryce moves on to 2. It's Lister's back on strike. She's on 3 from 4 deliveries. So 3 drop catches thus far by the West Indies ladies. So Matthews bowl to Lister once more, tries to sweep and misses. It's a leg by. Yeah, they'll get a leg by. So at the end of over number 4, it is 19 for 2. Bryce is on 2. Lister is on 3. It's back to you, Carlton.
Thank you very much, Andre. And you know, I said when Dottin took that catch that I was happy that the ball was actually going to DeAndre Dottin. And it's a good thing that it went to her. And it proves me correct right away, because in that over just now, Chatterji Nation and Fletcher, the 2 oldest members of the team, the 2 oldest members of the team putting down catches, and it's very disappointing. But then you look back at it and said, what the tone that the captain set when she dropped the first one at first slip. Henry over the wicket, bowls to Lister, flashes outside the half stump through to the keeper. There's no run, 19 for 2. Jay, I am a Manchester United fan probably before you were born. Well, I don't know how old you are, but I'm a Manchester United fan when we weren't winning anything. I was a Manchester United fan when we were the best team in the world. I know that the Americans have mashed up the squad. I will still support them, because I tell you, we soon get rid of those American owners, Jay. We soon get rid of those. I don't know which bandwagon you're on, Jay, but I'm not a bandwagonist. I'm not going to jump on the City bandwagon, Jay. So Jay is yes, Jay, you have to shake your head when again, yes, Jay, you can imagine 2 consecutive drop catches. Henry bowls to Lister, and Lister drives down to mid-off, no run. The score is 19 for 2 after 4.3 overs. So good to see Henry bowling 3 overs on the trot. So she's having a good looking spell here. 2.3 overs, 1 for 9, I think, as they're showing us the pitch and the preparation. So let's watch now as, yes, 1 for 8. So the previous over was a maiden then, because the first over was a maiden. The slips goes down, 4 on the offside. Henry bowls to Lister, it seems away from her through to the keeper. There's no run. The score remains at 19 for 2. So there's a slip of backward pointer cover, extra cover in the mid-off. Those are the 5 on the offside that we saw just now. So score is still 0-0. So Henry here having a big smile on her face. She really bowling well today. I'm going to be very disappointed if Scotland get up to 80. I really would want us to bowl them out for under 50. Henry bowls to Lister. She swings and misses. It goes through to the keeper, and there's no run. And this is not good bowling from Henry, This is not good bowling from Henry, because all you have to do is pitch up the ball and out this girl. Just pitch up the ball, aim for the stump. She's just swinging wildly. Come on, Henry, man. You see, I think what happened to Henry, she's overrating the batswoman, and she's thinking that she's bowling to a good batswoman. I'm not discrediting the Lister. Henry in, bowls to Lister. Lister off the edge. Misfield again at backward point, allow her to go for a single as she. No, they did not get any, but that was off the edge. It dropped short of the field at backward point. misfield, and it allows them to go. They did not go through for any run. So at the end of the over, 19 for 2 after 5 overs. 19 for 2 after 5 overs. Jason can't win a tournament with so many blunders. Absolutely, Jay. You are right, can't. But then again, the captain said that this is the best team since 2016. 2016, yes, the best team. I want to say in what she said. I don't. Okay, sir, understandable, sir. Lol. All right, Jay. I think you're referring to Manchester United. So Ramharack is coming into the attack. This is a good change, of course. So she's replacing Matthews. But why Matthews never bowl out her 4 overs and then give it to Ramharack? Anyway, Ramharack comes in now, bowls to Bryce, who steered this away down to third man, and the Taylor. Oh, Taylor is struggling, clearly struggling here. So why clearly struggling? And she immediately holding on her hip. She's in pain. She's wrenching in pain. Oh my Lord. Clearly struggling, Taylor. Ramharack bowls to Bryce, and Bryce played this again to Taylor, who misfield. This has to be backed up by Nation. They go through for a single, 22 for 2 after 5.2 overs. Wasted Bruno Fernandes. You can imagine, man. You got a free kick on the edge of the box and you kick it so wide off the goal. Bruno Fernandes will go away, you know, man. If you go away. Ericsson should have taken the free kick. Ramharack bowls to Lister, who plays it into the mid-wicket region for a singer. The score moves up now to 23 for 2 after 5.3 overs. Bryce is on 5. Lister is on 4. Ramharack, after 3 deliveries, have conceded 4 runs here. And you know, I would have bowled out Matthews, you know, definitely bowled out Matthews. Yeah, man, Fernandes will go away. Let's watch Ramharack. Over the wicket, bowls to Bryce, turn it to mid-wicket. They go through for a single again as Dottin comes in, but she was unable to pick it up clean. Not Dottin, Matthews should say. Was unable to pick it up cleanly, and they go through for a single. 24 for 2 after 5.4 overs. 2 deliveries to come. Jay saying that being a Liverpool fan for more than 20 years, pulled away, short, straight to the fielder. Munisar at short, fine leg, they got a singer. The score moves up to 25 for 2. I've been a Liverpool fan for more than 20 years. Since I have been following club football, my boss. Oh, so you're a young boy. You're a young boy. So those glory days of Liverpool when they used to win all of those titles, you weren't following as yet. Okay, Ramharack bowls to Bryce, drive down to mid-off. There's no run. So you're a young boy, Jay. So it's fair to say I've been following Manchester United before you start following football. Because when I start following football, Liverpool used to win everything. They have a Jamaican on the team named John Barnes then. You know, Man and all of those guys. You know, it's a big team, big team, as we welcome back Andre to the commentary.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carlton. And indeed, Liverpool was my team back then with John Barnes, Ian Rush. You know, it was my favorite team back when they used to have Sunday football on JBC. I used to watch them then. Patrick Lambert is saying, good morning, General. She will hear you if you call her name softer. As here's Henry Bowl to Lister digs out who got hit by Yorker delivery. Not out is the call. They have asked for the review, but that one seemed to have been sliding down the leg. But let us see what will happen. So it's 25 for 2 in over number 7, being bowled by Henry. Henry's been bowled out here. So it is Lister, who is 5 from 13 deliveries. Bryce, she's on 6 from 7. The decision reviewed by the West Indies team. Yes, good morning to you, John Moore. Envoy says, I love watching other countries play, their supporters are always so tense and focused. It's so good. So no bat involved right there. So it's just a matter of if it is sliding down or not. I think it looks like it's sliding on to me, but let us see. It's actually pitching in line. Umpire's call. Ooh. So Scotland have gotten two calls their way. So that's actually umpire's call. So it's not out once more. But the West Indies retain their reviews. So it is Lister who will face Henry once more. Here's Henry on the way. Bow to Lister. And Lister's driving straight to mid-on. No run scored. Score means on 25 for 2. Lister, she's on 5 from 15. She's unable to get the ball off the square. So Chanel Henry, she's back to the top of her mark. She's going to come to bowl to Lister, who settles and waits. Henry is on her way to bowl to Lister. She passed umpire now, bowl to Lister. Lister is driving that one through the mid-wicket. Well, hitting that one through the mid-wicket area. A single is all they'll get. So the score moves on to 26 for 2. Lister, she goes on to 6 from 16 deliveries. So we're in over number 7, being bowled by Henry. It's Bryce who's back on strike. She waits on Henry. Oh, she comes forward, plays at the mid-off area. No run scored. She remains on 6. Lister's also on 6. It's 26 for 2. We're in over number 7. It's been bowled by Chanel Henry. She's in her 4th and last over. She has so far taken 1 for 9. So she's back to the top of her mark. She's going to come to bowl to Bryce. Here comes Henry. Bowl to Bryce, who tries to drive that one. Missed it. Went through to be taken by the keeper. Score remains on 26 for 2. So it is.
What's the fuck wrong with this ref? Oh, Dottin.
So it is going to be Henry who will bowl to Bryce, who plays that one to square leg. They go to the mid-wicket area. They go through for a single. That is all they'll get. So at end of over number 7, it's 27 for 2. Bryce is on 7 and Lister is on 6. So these two are trying to do a repair work for the Scotland team. Jay say, yeah, man, I heard the history. Yes, indeed, Jay. Yes, good morning to you, Jamor. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Henry bowling gems, yeah, but yeah, she bowled some pretty decent delivery, but you know, she wasn't able to take more than 1 wicket. So it's going to be Munisar, who is replacing Ramharack. So Munisar is into the attack. She's replacing Ramharack. She's going to come to bowl to Bryce. On the way, bowl to Bryce is short, and she's pulled to the mid-wicket area. It goes to a lane. A single is all they'll get. So the score moves on to 28 for 2. We're in over number 8. It's been bowled by Munisar, who's at the top of her mark. She's going to come to bowl to Lister. Munisar on her way. Bowl to Lister. Bowl to Lister. Is just trying to cut and miss that one through to be taken by the keeper. No run scored. So it's Munisar on her way. Bowl to Lister, who drives through the covers for 4. And there was this that was driving that one uppishly through the covers for 4. So the score moves on to 32 for 2. Lister moves to 10. We're in over number 8. So she just drove that one uppishly. Through mid-off, between mid-off and the cover fielder. Into the boundary for 4. Monistar once more. Comes in. Bowl to Lister. Lister is up. She's trying to pull that one short. Taking on the body. No run scored. The score means on 32 for 2. In over number 8, being bowled by Monistar. Monistar once more on the way. Bowled to Lister. Lister, drives and peels off the outer edge of the bat. It runs through close to the boundary at the third one area. Will it make it? No, it stopped just inside it, just inside the third man area. So they come through for the second run. It is actually 3 runs taken, actually. So its score moves on to 35 for 2. In over number 8, being bowled by Monistar. So it's Monistar to bowl the final delivery of over number 8. She's going to bowl to Catherine Bryce. She's on 8 from 11 deliveries. Bryce settles, waits. On around the wicket is Monistar, who reverse sweeps straight to the man at the backward point area. No runs is scored. The score means on 35 for 2. Bryce is on 8. Lister is on 13. So at the end of over number 8, it's 35 for 2. These umpires wanted to be hitting middle stumps dead on before they give it out. And once it's the West Indies bowling, yeah, shake my head, says Jay.
Yes, Andre, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Yes, so after 8 overs, Scotland are 35 for 2. Should have lost more wickets than that. Jay said these umpires wanted to be hitting middle stump ahead, dead on before they give it out once it's the West Indies bowling. Shake my head. Okay. All right, Jay. Thank you for your opinion. I love when umpires do make sure though that the batsman or batswoman is actually out before they gave it out. You know, I want the batter to get the benefit of the doubt at all time. What do you think is only West Indies? Fletcher bowls to Lister, who swings, got the bottom edge down to short third man. The return came in at the bowler's end, and the score goes up to 36 for 2. Stephanie Taylor sends in that return. After the way Charles has performed with the bat this season, I'm surprised with his omission, especially after the interview having been qualified for the finals. Fletcher bowls to Bryce, who played it down to short extra cover. Quiana Joseph skipped across to a right field, and there is no run. As Fletcher comes in, bowls to Bryce, who's off the back foot, cuts it away, down to backward point, comes across, Nation is it, sends the return in. They got 2. The score now moves up to 38 for 2. West Indies need to get some wickets here now. We need a big victory, a real big victory over Scotland, just in case England beats South Africa and we need to beat England. So we really need to demolish Scotland. So I would have preferred they were like 38 for 7 or something like that instead of being 38 for 2. But we dropped the catches, cut bottom edge down to short third man, no run. 8.4 overs have been bowled thus far. Scotland winning the toss and decided to bat. Henry 4 overs, 1 for 9. Fletcher bowls to Bryce. Bryce played this away through the covers, down to the field on the cover boundary. That's Nation, and there we got a singer. The score goes up to 39 for 2. Patrick Lambert, at the end of the over, I'll react to your comment and give you my views on it. So this is the final delivery of the over. 39 for 2. Let's watch Fletcher. So he comes in over the wicket, ball, swing, misses through to the keeper. 39 for 2 at the end of over number 9. Patrick Lambert, I know many persons would be surprised at Johnson Charles' omission from the T20 squad. Is it though that Johnson Charles is saying, in this form that I'm in, and at the age of 35 or 36, somewhere thereabout, I am not interested to play a T20 match for $2,500. They never gave me a retainer. If they had given me a retainer, it would be a different thing. But I did not get a retainer. And I'm not going to travel halfway across the world to go play for $7,500. I am going to look to play in some T20 leagues and maximize my earning. So in an unofficial way, Johnson Charles may well have retired from international cricket in an unofficial way. You know, that's my take on it. That's my view on it. To play a T20 international for the West Indies, you get $2,500 to play. Johnson Charles may be looking at playing T20 all over the world and just not playing for the West Indies in this. I think he's closer to 40 than 35. So I'm not going to too bother myself about the omission of Johnson Charles, Patrick Lambert. Gerald Music is saying, Mr. Brown, lol, I heard that, boss. I apologize, man. I never realized that the mic was on and it was spontaneous. It was spontaneous. I apologize. My wife looked up. She was just about walking out, leaving the house to go to church. And when she heard it, she looked up. So I apologize, because I got the look from her too. I got that look. I'm telling you, I got that look. I got that look from her, I never realized. I always mute when I come off. Ramharack bowls to Bryce, cuts it off the stop. That's a laced cut. Stephanie Taylor, what you'd call that? It's not run. She cannot run. Hubbard. She just hovered after it, and the score goes up to 41 for 2. Very unfortunate that we are playing an injured player. Very, very unfortunate. She just hovered off of that. Hopefully, we can restrict Scotland to probably, as I said, less than 80. And hopefully, Stephanie doesn't have to bat. Ramharack comes in, bowls to Bryce. Again, she looks to cut. This Taylor, she dived. Why did you dive, Taylor? Allow it to pass you. You are not in the fitness condition to be diving. And so they come back for 2, 3. They got 3. Allow it to pass you. They still have gotten a 3. So Bryce moves up to 16. Lister is on 14 from 22 deliveries. I hope she hasn't hurt herself, She's clearly in some pain. This is cruel. Absolute cruelty. Look at her. But the Scotland, if I'm the Scotland captain, I'm not giving them a substitute, because she started the game with the injury. The umpire, however, may not even allow it. So it might not go down to the Scotland captain. Come on. Oh, what's that boy name from Brazil? Anthony. Poor again. As Ramharack comes in, bowl to Lister. Lister on the front foot, plays it down, back the pitch to the ball, and there is no run. So, yes, man, I apologize, Gerald Music. I do apologize for everyone who heard. Don't forget that you are on here. Patrick Lambert, yes, what I did, I forget to mute the mic, because right now Andre is on mute. Ramharack bowls to Lister, who strokes this down to long off for a singer. And at the end of over number 10, this is the drinks break. I welcome back Andre. So 45 for 2 at the end of over number 10, as I welcome back Andre, and so I can watch some cricket.
Yes, yeah, thank you very much, Carlton. So I think that you'd have to give the Scottish team some credit here, They have not set the pace on fire, but they have not lost, I say, a bundle of wickets. So they're keeping themselves very much in the game. I think West Indies have been very, very poor in the field, dropping at least 3 catches. So they have some catching up to do in the next 10 overs. They need to do much better in terms of holding on to the catches and even in terms of their ground feeling. So we hope that they will improve in the second half of the Scottish innings. Why the review is not out in line and hitting the stumps? Well, once it's not hitting the stumps full on, the benefit goes to the batting team or to the umpire, as umpire call is then retained. So it's once it's marginal, the batter gets a call. I guess I would like West Indies to win. Of course, Joseph, thank you very much. We all would like West Indies to win. Hit the like button, says Athena. Good morning to you, Athena. Jay saying, yes, but they do not do that when West Indies is batting. They should make sure it's outright across the board for all teams then. Oh, you're saying the umpires might be a little bit biased? Good morning, Carlton and company. Did Mrs. Brown prepare coffee? Keith Aaron is asking if Mrs. Brown prepared coffee. Does Dottin still bowl? I think she does bowl, but I don't think she bowls as much as she used to prior to her retirement or to her retiring at the first. Initially. So I don't think she bowls as much when since then. After coming back from retirement, that is. Blessed Sunday to all. Lord, you bought that full skin man you said as well, says Robin Ramdeen. And of course, that is directed to Carlton, who is a lifelong Man U fan. You are human, a very humble one as well. Respect, boss, says Gerald Music, that is referring to Carlton, really. Yes. Yes, indeed. Mute the other mic. We heard the frustration. Is you and though we left it slide, says Kieran Fritz. All right. It's going to be Fletcher who will take up the attack. She's gonna bowl to Lister. Fletcher's on her way, bowl to Lister. Lister's hitting that one in the airs over there off the mid-on fielder. They go through for one. They'll come back for the second. The score moves on to 47 for 2 in over number 11. It's been bowled by Afi Fletcher. So far, the partnership has yielded 34 runs of 45 deliveries. Here's Fletcher once more. Pass umpire now. Bowl to Lister on the back foot and pulls that through mid-wicket. They go through for one. One is all they'll get. Alain comes into field, returns the ball. It's 48 for 2. Bryce, she's back on strike. She's on 16. A partnership of 35 from 46 deliveries. Here's Fletcher. Bowl to Bryce on the back foot and cuts that one to the backward point area. They go through for a single. That is all they'll get. The score moves on to 49 for 2. Lister, she's back on strike. She's on 18. That's well stopped by Captain Matthews. After Fletcher, once more. Fletcher bowled, and there is Lister who hits that one to the deep mid-wicket area. They get an easy single. That is all they get. So the 50 comes up for the Scottish team. It's 50 for 2 in over number 11. It's been bowled by Afi Fletcher. So far, 5 runs scored from the over. Lister is back on. Bryce was back on strike. She faces Fletcher. Fletcher bowls. Well bowled by Fletcher. Dug the Yorker length delivery out. No run scored. Fletcher skips across, field the delivery. So it's 50 for 2 in over number 11. It's bowled by Fletcher. Here's Fletcher once more. She's going to come to bowl to Bryce. On the way, bowl to Bryce. When Bryce is on the back foot, cuts that today. Point fielder. No runs is scored. The score is on 50 for 2. Bryce is on 17. Lister is on 21. And that is the end of over number 11. Keith is saying, Carlton, did you have a drink of punch on? John P. Nichols saying, good morning. Johnson Charles is 35 years old, born January 1989. I agree with his position on maximizing his earnings outside of West Indies cricket. So it's going to be Matthews to bowl to Lister. Matthews on her way, bowl to Lister, who drives, came off the inside portion of the bat. No run scored. The score means on 50 for 2. Lister, she's on 19 from 28 deliveries. Matthews at the top of her mark. Once more, she comes in. Bowl to Lister. Bowl to Lister. Lister's driving in the ears. In the ears over the cover fielder. It's stopped just inside the boundary. So they go through for 1. They come back for 2. I think probably they get 3 runs there. Yes. 3 runs scored. So the score moves on to 53 for 2. We're in over number 12. It's been bowled by Captain Matthews. And there was the batter coming down and driving that one over the cover fielder for 3 runs. Yeah, that's well stopped indeed by Alain. Good bit of fielding. So it's 53 for 2. Bryce, she's back on strike. 17 from 23 deliveries. A long on, long off. A deep mid wicket as Matthews a run wicket bowl to Bryce, who turns that to the backward square leg area, and easy single is taken. The score moves on to 54 for 2. Lister, she's back on strike. She's on 22. As it is Matthews, who's going to come to bowl. Matthews, at the top of her mark, she's going to come to bowl to Lister. Just an adjustment to the field. A lane switching position with another fielder there. So just a bit of adjustment to the field. So it is Matthews at the top of her mark. She's on her way. Bowl to Lister. Lister's driving that one. It's in the air. Will it be taken? Yes, she's taken. The catch is. So Lister goes. Taken by Chanel Henry. Wait. It seems to have been put down by Henry. Wow. Wow. So there's another drop catch by the West Indies fielder. They're having a horrible day in the field. Are the West Indies ladies? Matthews ball once more, and there is Bryce sweeping that one to the short backwards curling area. They get the single. So the score moves on to 56 for 2. So another drop chance by the West Indies ladies. They're having a horrible day. This is just really poor cricket by the West Indies. Really, really poor cricket by the West Indies ladies. So Matthews to bowl the final delivery of over number 12. It's 56 for 2. Here's Matthews once more. Bowl to Listers. Hitting that one in the air. Will she be taken this time around? No. So they get a single. So at the end of over number 12, if it is 57 for 2, it's really horrible feeling by the ladies, Carlton.
Absolutely, man. It is shambolic. 57 for 2 after 12 overs. Thank you very much, Andre. It is so shambolic. It's still nil all. I think Manchester United should have won this match, But it's still nil all, and I hope that Aston Villa doesn't pinch it at the last moment. But it's still nil all. They're on the attack here, though, Aston Villa. Oh, they're at the edge of the box. Whoa, into Watkins. Oh, my Lord. Oh, wide off the goal. Thank you. So 57 for 2. So Joseph Isaac is saying, I am listening to you all the way from America. Good commentary. Continue the good work. Thank you very much, Joseph Isaac. We appreciate you being here. And what a terrible, terrible, terrible feeling displayed this by the West Indies. It's absolutely shocking. Oh, they can't catch anything. Oh, my God. Patrick Lambert said he will be 36 early next year. Envoy saying, support from, so let's go Windies. Support from South Africa, so let's go Windies, as that one is played away down the ground. They go through for 2. They come back for 2. So everyone dropping the cat. So the match draw. The match draw now, so the big question is that will Ten Hag still be fired? I am Ten Hag out. Usually I was not Ten Hag out, but when I am Ten Hag out, he continues to pick Fernandez and Rashford, and those two are not good. Fletcher bought a run up, 59 for 2 after 12.1 overs. Yes, Jay. Be careful now, Jay, because you are shaking it so often. These ladies cause you to be shaking your head so often. I hope you're okay. These ladies, boy. Yes, Michael Douglas is saying 3 drop chances of Matthews bowling. But I guess she started it, Michael Douglas, by setting the example, though, when she dropped that first one at slip off the bowling of Chinel Henry. I guess she set the tone. Full toss by Fletcher, pulls away straight to the field at mid-wicket. Ramharack finally took the catch. But I want to see the replay. It could be a no ball, though, It was a full toss, and Lister pulled it away. I want to see the replay. She's walking off, but let me see the replay. Well, yes, it was below her waist. And finally, a West Indies batsman woman took a catch, finally. Jay say, your boy Ten Hag has to know that he has to win to save his neck. Yes. He's not my boy, I was Ten Hag in for a very long time, but you cannot continue to pick Rashford and Fernandez and expect to get my support. No, I can't. Ailey Matthews is giving them chances after chances. It's like a husband cheating on his wife, and you are still giving him chances, lol. Well, that's Jamo's ways of putting it. But you could say that it's the wife cheated first, because Ailey Matthews dropped the catch at first. So you could say that it's the wife cheated first, and then the husband started cheating after. I want him to stay for another 5 years. No, I know why you want him to stay, because you want the team to continue to be poor. Michael Douglas is saying these girls would be fine in a pandemic. Oh, these girls would be fine in a pandemic. Can't catch nothing. Well said, Michael Douglas. I love that one. Definitely love that one. That's a good one, Michael Douglas. Wow, nice. Yes, Jay, finally they caught something. Chatterji comes in. Fletcher bowls, taken on the pad, loud appeal, out. So Chatterji didn't give me too much problem with her name, as she's out first ball. So I don't have to pronounce that name anymore. Chatterji, I think, is how the name spelled. She's reviewing it. I think the best thing that is happening here, probably umpire's call, but it looked dead straight to me. 59 for 3, Scotland win 59 out for 4. Scotland winning the toss and decided to bat. So they are 59 for 4. That is going to hit, man. The best case scenario is the worst case scenario for the West Indies is clipping and it will still out. But she's gone. I don't see that. 59 for 4. So Arlie, she made 11. Bryce, that's Sarah Bryce, made 2. Kathleen Bryce, who's the captain, she's not out 19. Alicia Lister made 26. And then now Chatterji gone first ball for Duck. So Fletcher should be an hat-trick. Let's watch the replay coming up now. Pitch in line, it in line, and hit the wicket. So she's out as Fletcher got her second wicket here now. So Fletcher, 2.3 overs, 2 for 11. And so Chatterji gone for a first ball Ducks. And Sean Diaz is smiling. You know, Sean Diaz is smiling. Well, good to see a smile on the coach face. But just like Ten Hag, I do not have much faith. I do not have any confidence in Sean Diaz, and it is largely due to the squad that he have been selecting. Yes, it's largely due to the squad, and I also think that he's lazy. Yes, I've said it many times that Shane Diaz is lazy, and also the squads that he's selecting. He's not selecting the right players. I won't call any name because I have to support the girls now. They are in the UAE, so no other choice. The champion is saying that we should win this one easy. Yes, I want us, you know, the thing about it, the champion, I would have said it, that net run rate might play a role. For if England beats South Africa, we will need to beat England. Fletcher bowls to Jack, who turned this away through mid-wicket. They're gone for 1. They will come back for 2. Ali Lane swoops in, sends the return in, and they come back for 2. 61 for 4. As I saw Ali, I'm coming back to you, champion. As I saw Ali Lane swooped in on that ball out just now. Chinel Henry bowled 4 overs, I think 1 for 9. Why hasn't Alia Alain bowled? She's the other seamer in the team. Why has she bowled as yet? It's baffling to me. But the champion, I want the team to win and win quickly. There's a slip in place. Matthew is it. Fletcher bowls to Jack. Jack drives into the offside. She will get a singer as the fielder come off the cover boundary. The score moves up now to 62 for 4. 1 delivery to come in over number 13. So the point is that I didn't want us to bowl them out for probably 30 or 40 or not more than 50. You know, not more than 50. I didn't want them to make more than that because I really want us to win this match quickly. Our net run rate at the moment is minus 2.9. So we need to at least wipe that off in this match. So that is Fletcher bowls to Bryce, the captain, who played it out into the offside, and there is no run. So Scotland winning the toss and deciding to bat. They are 62 for 4. The question I'm asking though, is those drop catches have anything to do with the heat? You may say it could be, but they have been there now 3 weeks. Cricket West Indies ensured that they sent them there 3 weeks, and it's now night. Although inside that stadium is still hot, although it's night, I don't think it has cooled down as yet. So you may not even have any dew inside that stadium. So it's going to be very, 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 very interesting. Very, very interesting, you know. Very, very interesting. It's left to be seen. So Ramharack to continue. Still no Ali Lane. Ramharack bowls to Jack, plays it back down to the bowler who field, and there is no run. 62 for 4. Scotland winning the toss and decided to bat. Ramharack, the outstanding off spinner. She bowled so well at the last World Cup, and she's bowling well again today. Over the wicket, bowls to Jack, and Jack beaten on the inside edge, goes down to short fine leg, and there is no run. The score remains at 62 for 4. Can you imagine Connell on the field as an emergency fielder? So there's Ramharack getting some turn there as the ball goes through between the bat and pad, brushing the pad, beating the keeper. However, short fine leg comes into play. Ramharack she's in. Bowls to Jack. Jack looked to witness on the onside, looking for a single. Brilliant work by Ramharack, who fielding her follow through, and there's no run, just skipping across the non-striker and getting down to that delivery and preventing it from passing her. And the score remains at 64 for 2. Good work here by Ramharack. She's coming in now. 62 for 4, should say. Over the wicket, comes in, bowl to Jack, who went for the reverse sweep and padded it down to short third man. The fielder comes in, Munisar, she cannot prevent the single. The score moves up to 63 for 4 after 4 deliveries in over number 13. So Bryce, who's on 19, will come back into strike. 19 from 26 deliveries. She's the captain, of course. She's the captain, of course. Ramharack now, 2 deliveries to come. She'll be bowling to Bryce. Tosses the ball from hand to hand. She looks to spin it. She comes in, bowls to Jack, pitched up. Jack hit it straight down the ground, in the air. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. It runs away into the boundary for 4. So as down the pitch there was the captain, and it hit it dead straight over the bowler head, and it bounced away into the long on boundary for 4. Matthews came across, but she could not prevent it. And so it's 4 more runs to Scotland. They move up to 67 for 4, with 1 delivery to come in over number 14. Ramharack is it. She's over the wicket, bowls to Bryce, and Bryce turned this away through mid-wicket. They're gone for 1. Henry comes in field, and that's all they will get. So it's 68 for 4 after 14 overs. So Matthews 3 overs, not Matthews, Ramharack 3 overs, none for 18. So as we welcome back Andre, Michael Douglas is saying Taylor will have to open in this match. Is she still on the field, Michael? Because if she's not on the field, then she won't be able to open. She will have to bat 7. She'll have to. Which one come first? Whether 5 wickets down or the time that she spent off the field. So I don't know if she is on the field. I don't know if she's on the field, so you could tell me. But if she's not on the field, she will not be able to open. Go ahead, Andre, as I'll deal with it.
As after Fletcher bowl and Bryce cuts that one straight to the point fielder, no run scored. It's 68 for 4. In over number 15, it's been bowled by Fletcher. Here, Fletcher once more bowl, and there is Bryce. So hitting that one to the mid-on area for a single. She moves to 25. The score moves on to 69 for 4. We're in over number 15. It's been bowled by Affy Fletcher, the leg spinning bowler from West Indies.
Yeah, I think she's on the field, Michael. She's a short fine leg. I think she's on the field. I think that's
she seems to be a short fine leg. That's right.
Yes. So she's on the field.
Around a short fine leg. Yeah.
Yes.
There was a sweep shot by Jack to the backward square leg area. They went through for, is that 2? Yes, so Stephanie Taylor is very much on the field. So there's an umpire review for run out. Let us see. I think she has made her ground. She's well in. Patrick Lambert is saying, I'm supporting them, but they don't deserve to win. I guess you're alluding that to the job chances by the West Indies women. So it is 74-4. It's in over number 15, being bowled by Fletcher. Here's Fletcher once more. Bowl to Jack. Jack is driving that through, and that's poor. That's absolute rubbish there, rubbish feeling there. The West Indies women have been so poor. And it's Joseph once more. She has been one of the main culprits. Absolutely poor feeling there by the West Indies women and by Joseph. There was a drive. That's a regulation. That's a regulation feeling. I mean, stop it right there. Missing it completely, allowing 4 runs. So the score moves on to 75 for 4. We're in over number 15. It's been bowled by Fletcher. Fletcher once more bowled to Jack. Jack is playing that one to the backward square leg area. They go through for 1. 1 is all there'll be. So the score moves to 76 for 4. In over number 15, it's been bowled by Fletcher. Fletcher at the top of her mark. She's going to come to bowl to Bryce. He's on 25 from 30 deliveries. Fletcher on her way. Bowl to Bryce, who's hitting that one high in the air. Will she be taken? Yes, she's gone. Finally. And Ramharack seemed to be the one with the safe pair of hands today. She takes her second catch. So Bryce is finally out after living a very, very charmed life. She's gone for 25 from 31 deliveries. The Scottish have lost their 5th wicket is 76 for 5 after over number 15. The 3 wickets. So at the end of Fletcher's spell, she has taken 3 wickets, 3 for 22. So Bryce goes, caught Ramharack, bowled by Fletcher, 25 from 31 deliveries, 1 boundary scored. So at the end of over number 15. I'm supporting them, but they don't deserve to win, says Patrick Lambert. So the new batter is Darcy Carter. So it's going to be Joseph who will come into the attack. Darcy Carter. So it's going to be Kiana Joseph, who comes into the attack. I hope she can make amends with the ball because she has been rather poor in the field. So far, 30 matches, 4 wickets. She's going to come to bowl a left arm spin. She's going to bowl to Jack. She's going to bowl around the wicket to Jack. Here comes Joseph. On her way, bowl to Jack, who turns up to the short final area. No runs scored. Score remains on 76 for 5. Joseph in her first over. So it's going to be Jack, who settles and waits on Joseph, who comes around the wicket. Bowl to Jack, who hits that one in the air to the backward point area. There's going to be a run out, an easy run out too. That's a terrible. That was really poorly done by the Scottish batter. So the Scottish team have lost their 6 wickets. It's Jack who have to go. She goes for 11. That's poor communication there by Jack. I think she was called by the non-batter and she was left stranded. So Jack goes for 11. That's Lorna. Jack goes for 11. Run out by Taylor. So they've lost their 6 wickets. It's 76 for 6. Carlton Heyman is saying garbage. I'm assuming he's referring to the West Indies feeling, which has been rather poor. $128. Watching, hit the thumbs up button. Okay, 128 watching. Hit the thumbs up button. Yes, please slash and like. And thank you for joining us. Yes, good morning to you, Vincent. It's Catherine Fraser, who's a new batter. She's going to face Kiana Joseph. So it's Fraser, the new batter for the Scotland team. So Fraser settles. She waits on Joseph, and she's on the back foot and plays that one to them in the middle wicket area. They go through for one. Will they come back for two? No, they won't. So the score moves on to 77 for 6. We're in over number 16. It's been bowled by Joseph. Here's Joseph on the back foot. Is Carter plays that one to the mid wicket. Fielder is a lane on the boundary. She gets off the boundary and field that one returns the ball. The score moves on to 78 for 6. Two deliveries to come in over number 16. It's been bowled by Kiana Joseph. So Joseph once more bowl. And Fraser on the back foot plays that one to the backward point area. No run scored. The score remains on 78 for 6. As Fraser settles once more, waits on Joseph, who comes around the wicket and bowl to Fraser on the back foot and cutting and missing is Fraser. So at the end of the over, it is 78 for 6. Carter is on 1, Fraser is on 1, and that is it.
Thank you very much, Andre. As Vincent is asking, hopefully we can hang out tonight and have fun as the end is near. Well, it's the end. Tonight is the end of it. You know, I'm thinking you're referring to the CPL. Yes, let's watch the match together and keep the banter going. I know there'll be a lot of banter tonight. You know, you can just imagine the banter is going to turn right up tonight when Guyana Amazon Warriors played the St. Lucia Kings. I asked the question. I in my opinion, I just think that it would be a good thing to have Alfred there, Julian Alfred there. I think the St. Lucia Kings should bring her in. I would, if I was have anything to do with the CPL, I would have Alfred there at the start of the match and allow both teams just to recognize her achievement. Definitely, that's what I would have done. But I don't know. I was going to banter the Guyanese, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be. But it's banter. I can banter them. So, it's banter. You see, the Guyanese have never won any Olympic gold medal as yet. So they probably doesn't know how to celebrate it. So maybe that's why they won't invite her over. But St. Lucia should take it upon themselves to invite her over, you know? Yeah. Al Ains is asking, Mr. Brown, I would like to know if Joseph has an uncle at CWI as Ali Alain finally comes into the attack that turned through mid-wicket for a singer. The score will move up now to 79 for 6 at the start of the 17th over. Fraser is on 1. Carter is on 2 from 2 deliveries. That was Alain's first ball in this match. I thought she should have long been in the attack. Vincent is saying, I do hope tonight. Okay, I read that. Yes, I read that one. Fleming, welcome, man. A blessed day. Ali Alain over the wicket, bowls to Fraser, who pulls. She didn't time it. It went in the air, down to long on for a single. They are looking for 2, but it's not on. The score now is 80 for 6, and I definitely didn't want them to make more than 80. I was hoping that would have bowled them out for more than 80. A blessed day to you, my brethren. Same to you, sir, my general. Over the wicket, bowls Ali Alain beaten, goes through to the keeper, and there's no run as Carter flashes at that one, and it comes between the bat and the stump through to the keeper, and there is no run. So Carter is on 2 from 3 deliveries. Fraser is on 2 from 4 deliveries. Scotland winning the toss and decided to bat are 80 for 6 after 16.3 overs. Alain in her first over, none for 2 from her first 3 deliveries. In bowls to Carter, who turned this away to the field at the edge of the circle at mid-wicket. That's Dottin. They go through for a single. The score moves up to 81 for 6 with 2 deliveries to come in over number 17. So good bowling here from Ali Alain. As expected, I I would have said this already, and I would have said it more than once, that I think that Ali Alain have passed Chanel Henry in her all-round game. Alain bowls to Fraser, who played a nice looking shot to the field at the edge of the circle at cover, and there is no run. So the score remains at 81 for 6. Yeah, I believe that she have passed her. As I saw Quiana Joseph there, I remember someone earlier asking if she has an uncle at Cedar. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Well, I think she's one of our better left arm spinner, though. You know, Ali Alain bowls to Fraser, who clip this away down to the fielder coming off the backward square leg boundary. Will they come back for two? No, they second for one. As Chanel Henry moving from mid wicket got there before the fielder on the backward square leg boundary. Probably Stephanie Taylor, because it was going to that fielder, but Chanel Henry was able to come around from mid wicket and field before. So probably it are 82 for 6 after 17 overs. No, I don't know. Quiana Joseph, I think she's a fairly useful left arm spinner. I recall Friday morning when she was batting, it was unfortunate that the commentator was laughing at her. I don't like those things. I don't like those things. Those things piss me off. You know, those things, it really pisses me off, especially when it is one of our players. It pisses me off, man. So Matthews to bowl our final over. Round the wicket comes in now. Bowls to Fraser, who drives back down the pitch. Matthews came across and stopped that one. I hope she has not injured herself. West Indies are 3 minutes behind in their over rate. And so if that continues to the end of the last over, they will have to bring in a fielder. If at the start of the last over, they are still 3 minutes behind, they will have to bring in a fielder in the circle. So they will only have 3 fielders outside of the circle. In women cricket, it's 4 fielders that are allowed outside the circle. Matthews round the wicket now. She comes in, bowls to Fraser. Fraser down the pitch, drive, beat the short mid wicket. That's Dottin. It goes down to the deep mid wicket on the boundary. They come through for a single. The score will move up now to 84 for 6. Sorry, it's 83. I'm ahead of myself there. So the 3 field are the onside boundary. They have 3 on the onside boundary. That's a backward square leg, the deep mid wicket, and the long on. And then Munisar is at short mid wicket, just at the edge of the circle. She commences her walk. Matthews round the wicket, bowls to Carter, and Carter flashes this away down to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary, came across that Alain picked up, send the return in, limit them to 184 for 6 after 17.3 overs. So 3 deliveries to go in this over. Leighton James is saying, good morning, my longtime friend Andre and the General Sir Brown. Nice to have you here, Leighton James. Matthews round the wicket, bowls to Fraser, who paddled this one down to short fine leg. She moved across her stump, and Matthews looked to fire it into the leg stump, and she just paddled it away down to short fine leg. Aubrey, obviously injured Stephanie Taylor, moved to her right and field. They got a single, 85 for 6, 2 to come in over number 14. Yes, Andre, you want to?
Yeah, Leighton is my batchmate at Church Teachers College. I was my batchmate at Church Teachers College, you know.
Okay, Matthews bowled to Carter, who played this away down the onside of the pitch. Matthews cannot field. Fletcher has to back it up into the onside. They go through for another single. It's 86 for 6 with 1 delivery to come in over number 18. So please say who is among the wickets. I will tell you after this delivery as Matthews comes in now over the wicket. Bowls to Fraser, who played this down to short fine leg. So Matthews have completed her 4 overs, 1 for 24. And the wicket takers for the West Indies are Chanel Henry. She bowled 4 overs, 2 maiden, 1 for 10. Matthews just completed her 4th over, 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 21. Affy Fletcher, they call her Muma, 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 22. Those are the 3 bowlers that have picked up the wicket as we welcome back Andre. Welcome back, Andre. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carlton. Yes. Morning to you, Sir James. You know, glad to have you on the cricket forum. Many blessings, sir. My prediction for today's final will be Kings winning the toss and scoring over 200 runs, 80 in the power play with a century from one of the openers. Oh, that's a very bold statement by Patrick Lambert. Meanwhile, it's Alain to bowl to Carter drives to the cover. Philos Joseph. They don't get a run. The score remains on 86 for 6. In over number 19, it's been bowled by Alain in her second over. It's Carter who settles and waits. While it's bowled to Alain bowls, she drives over the top, 4 runs to the long off area. So Carter's driving that one in straight to the long off area. 4 run scores, it's 90 for 6. She moves on to 9. We're in over number 19, being bowled by Alain. The full delivery, and there was Carter on the front foot and driving that one through mid off for 4. It's going to be Alain. So a long on, a deep mid wicket. No, a long off fielder is now in place. Deep mid wicket, deep backward square leg. So it's going to be Alain as Carter settles and waits. Settles and waits on Alain. And here comes Alain on her way. Passes umpire, bowl to Carter, who drives off the inside edge. They go through the short fan leg area. They go through for a very quick single. The score moves on to 91. It's 91 for 6. Then over number 19, it's been bowled by Alain. So tomorrow is a big clash between South Africa and England. It's going to be Alain to bowl to Fraser. Fraser settles and waits on Alain. Here comes Alain, bowl to Fraser, who hit that one. It came off the inner portion of the bat. They go through for a single. That is all they'll get. The score moves on to 92 for 6. It's actually a leg by. So one delivery to come in over number 19.
Chicas are coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I read this comment already. Is there another one? As Alain bowled to Carter drives to the long off area. They go through for 1. Taylor's at the long off area. That's all they'll get. Be safe, people. Tropical storm Milton is heading towards Florida. Yes, I actually heard about that. You know, thank you very much, Athena, for that information. I hope your last 2 days don't go for. Oh, I hope the last 2 overs don't go for much. All right, Vincent. I really hope so too. So it is going to be Ramharack who will bowl the 20th and final over. She's going to bowl to Carter. So far, Ramharack has bowled 3 overs, none for 18. This is the 20th and final over of the innings. So it's Ramharack who will bowl to Carter. She's on 11 from 11 deliveries. Fraser is on 5 from 11. I'm a subscriber for a while now, and I've been watching. Oh, okay, all right. Thank you very much, Leighton. Here comes Ramharack around the wicket, bowl to Carter, tries to sweep, missed that one outside the leg stump. Is it a wide? Was that a wide? No wide call. Seemed to have taken the pad. Yes, off the pad. Matthews has bowled well again. As Ramharack bowl, and there is Carter flicking that one to the deep backward square leg area. They go through for 1. Good feeling by Alain. They come back through for 2. That is all they'll get. So the score moves on to 95 for 6. And Stephen Roach is saying Matthews has bowled well again against tournament favourite Scotland. This Matthews must be a hell of a player.
He's been very sarcastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ramharack around the wicket, ball to Fraser, Carter, who tries to sweep, and it's called a wide. It's called a wide this time around, missed it completely. So Scotland have done well to get up to 97 for six. So it's going to be Fraser who settles and waits. Here is Ramharack around the wicket, ball to Fraser, who hits that one to the mid-wicket area. They go through for one. It's Dottin who comes flying off the boundary, stops the possibility of any second run scoring. So the score moves on to 98 for 6. Carter, she's back on strike. She's on 13 from 13 deliveries. So she settles and waits on Ramharack. There's Ramharack who's going to come around the wicket and bowl to Carter. Carter is hitting and missing that one outside of some. Oh, there's a chance to be run out here. And it's going to be an easy run out chance. So there was some bad miscommunication by the two batters. So it's actually Fraser who actually is run out. So they lose their 7th wicket. It's 98 for 7 in over number 20. Fleming is saying we should not underestimate any team because this is cricket. But our girls should have this wrapped up by now. Should have had this wrapped up by now.
With him, Scotland should not have made so many. It's not a matter of underestimating as he says, but we should have really wrapped this up.
Some erratic feeling by the West Indies ladies.
Yeah, man, we dropped so many. We dropped so many catches. These girls, it's no. Yeah. As I saw Dottin came in there now and swooped down on that ball. You know that Dottin have a record of at Carifta that's when she set the record, she said that it would never be broken. And it has still not yet been even equal.
Is it the javelin?
She has a record. I'm not telling you what the record is. It's not the javelin though.
Yes.
I've given everybody. Michael Douglas, what is the record? Michael Douglas, probably Michael knows.
Leighton is asking what are our chances in this match. I mean, West Indies should win this. I think West Indies should win this match. I mean, with the experience that we have, and we know that the quality, we're a better quality team than Scotland. So I'm expecting us to win. So it's going to be the final delivery. Final delivery is going to be bowled by Ramharack around the wicket, bowled, and she's bowled. And there was Slater trying to sweep that one, bowled, all ends up. So West Indies will need exactly 100 runs to win. And they need to get that in quick time because they need to boost their run rate. So they need to get those 100 runs in pretty quick time.
I wanted them to make less than 80, but I'm still very happy that they did not make 3 figures against us. And if it weren't for those numerous drop chances, then they probably would have not made 70 or made the 80 that I suggested. Yes, Patrick Lambert, Stephen Roach has become a legend of this community. He's he keeps the banter going right through the day, and we appreciate Stephen Roach for the way that he's full of lyrics. But no, he was just being sarcastic this morning, Patrick Lambert. So Andre, we're gonna take a break now.
Yes.
But, all right. So what is going to happen now? As I look at the West Indies cricket team field this morning, and the numerous drop opportunities, and the way and their fielding overall in the last 2 matches, I said to myself, there's always this talk that these ladies should get more pay, or they should get equal pay with the men. While I do not believe, well, put it this way, why I believe that people should earn as much as they want, I am never one who have anything against anyone earning a lot of money. this performance from these girls this morning in the field and yesterday and on Friday, do you really think they deserve equal pay with the men? As a businessman, I know that you don't pay persons just for pay's sake. You pay persons for production. That's a simple thing now. No businessman, no business entity is going to pay you more than what you are producing, because you have to be producing enough to pay yourself and to pay the business. So you cannot. And why that came up to me and I'm discussing it, the West Indies women have a chance to win at least 2.34 millions in this World Cup. It don't look like they want to win it. It doesn't look that way to me. Go out there, instead of trying to beg more salary and ask for more salary and say that you are not getting enough pay, you now have an opportunity to win 2.34 million minimum. You are getting $31,000 for every match that you win in this tournament. So why is it that you don't show the world that you want to win this money? You just want hands out? Win something for yourself, ladies. Win something for yourself. Anja, it's you.
Okay. Well, so it's gonna be. Whoa. Come on. So the West Indies women are back out. They're big. Let me see. Come on. Right. Oh, actually, Stephanie Taylor. Well, Michael got his prediction right. So Stephanie Taylor will open the innings with Hayley Matthews. It's going to be Rachel Slater, the medium fast bowler from the Scotland team. She's going to come to bowl to Hayley Matthews. She's on her way. Just a little bit of glitch. Just a bit of glitch in on my system. So Matthews is off the mark. She's on 1 from 1 delivery. It's Taylor who's on strike. Was yet to score. It's going to be Slater once more. It's going to the left arm medium bowler, medium pace bowler, bowl to Taylor, who drives off the outer edge of the bat. It goes to run to the third man boundary for 4. And there was Taylor just driving at that one, took the outer edge of the bat, went to the third man boundary, 4 and scored. So the West Indies have moved to 5 without loss in over number 1. So she's off the mark. It's Stephanie Taylor. It's going to be Slater to bowl a gentle medium deliveries to bowl to Taylor. Ooh, is out bowled. So Taylor goes out bowled by Slater. So West Indies lose their first wicket. It's 5 for 1. And there was Taylor, that one keeping a touch low, probably getting an inside edge onto the stump. So Taylor goes for 4. Slater strikes. And Dane is saying feeling should be the most basic thing to improve and be competent with. The coaches need to be put on notice. Very much said, Dane. Very well said. The feeling today was really atrocious. Really, really poor by the West Indies women. So Stephanie Taylor goes bowled by Slater for 4. West Indies have lost their first wicket. It's 5 for 1. So 5 for 1 in the first over. Just waiting to see what the new battle will be. I know that Dottin did all 3 throwing events, javelin, discus, and shot put. She was excellent at all 3, but I think she had the record for javelin. So it's going to be Slater bowl to Joseph, to Kiana Joseph, who drives through the covers. They'll get just a single. So the score moves on to 6. She's off the mark. So Slater would come into bowl to Matthews. Matthews waits on Slater, who drives and misses outside the off stump, through to be taken by the keeper. So at the end of over number 1, it is 6 for 1. Matthews is on 1. Joseph is also on 1. West Indies off to a shaky start. having lost the wicket of Stefani Taylor for 4, bowled by Slater. This is not good at all. Should be playing straight and each ball on its merit, says Leighton. Very much so. I think she that ball should not have bowled her. Should have been playing straight. The ball didn't do much. So meanwhile, it's going to be Catherine Bryce who bowled, and she's driving and it's dropped. There was Joseph driving that one, dropped by the fielder at the mid-off area. So the Scotland fielders seem to have caught the disease of the West Indies, where drop catches are concerned. And there was the fielder, not sure who is that, dropping Joseph. So the score moves on to 7 for 1. Matthews is back on strike. She's on 1 from 2 deliveries. She waits on Bryce, who comes in now, bowled to her, and Matthews drives to the mid-off area. No run scored. Score remains on 7 for 1. We're in over number 2. Two very experienced umpires, Kim Cott and Sue Fern, while Bryce bowls and Matthews is back and plays it down back to the bowler. The score remains on 7 for 1. Matthews knows that she cannot afford to take any chances really, because the batting is rather brittle, so she wants to be there to the end. So Matthews, who drives that one through the backward point area, they go through for 1. Will they come back through for 2? No, they won't. They settle on 1. So the score moves on to 8 for 1. We're in over number 2, being bowled by Catherine Bryce. So it's Joseph who's back on strike. She's on 2 from 2 deliveries as Bryce comes in, bowled to Joseph, and Joseph drives and misses outside the off stump. Through to be taken by the keeper. So a rather shaky start here by the West Indies, ladies. Good going by the Scottish team. Here is Bryce once more. She's going to come to bowl to Joseph, who is on 2 from 3 deliveries. Here is Bryce. Over the wicket, bowl to Joseph, who drives again and misses. And at the end of the over, it's 8 for 1. Joseph is on 2. Matthews is on 2. It's over to you, Carlton.
Very much, Andre. Again, what we're seeing from Joseph here is similar to what happened yesterday morning. They just choose Friday morning. They just under the ball across her, pitching foot stump and just carrying it up, and she continues to swing. And it's the same thing again. It's just more of the same from Quiana Joseph. And if you listened yesterday, I did not get a chance to listen to the coach interviewed. That was his pre-tournament interview, in which he said that Quiana Joseph is one of West Indies' most dangerous batswomen. I have a clip with it up on the home page. I think it's a shorts, AI generated shorts, and quoting Basil, who would have listened to the interview. Here comes Slater, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews turned this to mid-wicket, and there is no run. The score remains on 8 for 1. So I don't know why, and this is the issues that I have with the coach, and this is why I've called, and I'm saying that he should be fired. I don't think Sean Diaz will get another job as a high-profile coach when he stopped coaching for the West Indies. I said it yesterday. The left-arm seamer Slater bowls to Matthews, steer this away down to third man. The fielder comes across, picked up. Let's see. They're looking for 2, and Quiana Joseph is in trouble here. Oh, but she got back safely. So the return was wayward. Quiana Joseph thought that there were two. Matthews was not even looking at her. She went a far way down the pitch. I think Matthews' back was turned, but she was able to get back. Oh, she went more than a halfway down the pitch, but the return coming in from the field off the boundary was sloppy, and so she was able to get back in her crease. 9-1. Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Quiana Joseph, hit this high in the air, down the ground. It's going to run away very close to the boundary. She caught up with it just about 3 meters within the boundary, sends the return in, and they go through for another single. The score moves up now to 10-1. 10-1 now. So yes, I definitely think that Shane Diaz is out of his depth. And I can bet you any money that when Cricket West Indies decide to fire him or his contract expired, over the wicket comes Slater, bowl to Matthews, turn this away through mid-wicket. They're gone for 1. They will second and 1 this time. Yes, they again second and 1, 11-1 after 2.4 overs. He will never get another high-profile team to coach in cricket. He probably might get Zimbabwe or some country that we don't even can't pronounce their name, but he will never get another high-profile team to coach in cricket. And I'm one who always maintain, if my coach is not good enough to get the job for, say, England, India, and Australia, I don't want him. Over the wicket comes Slater, bowl to Quiana Joseph, and she hit this all the way over long on for 6. So this matchup suits Quiana Joseph because Slater is coming into her from over the wicket as a left-hander, and she can just swing across the line, and she connects this time. Lovely shot over long off for 6. Beautifully done by Quiana Joseph. So Slater there probably just drifting into the hitting arc of Quiana Joseph, and she welcomes it. She moves up to 9 from 6 deliveries. West Indies 17-1 in over number 3. 1 delivery to come. Slater over the wicket, bowls to Joseph, and she slashes this away over the cover. It bouncing out towards the boundary. It's going to stop though. She did not time it again, and this time they come back for a comfortable 2. 19-1 at the end of over number 3. This is not good at all, said Leighton James. Should be playing straight. Okay, we read that. I think I heard Andre reading that one. Based on their performance, said Patrick Lambert, so far, they should be paying for their own meals, hotel room, and flight tickets. Well, Patrick Lambert, I understand you, but the good thing about it, ICCs take up that bill. It's at a World Cup. They pay for 15 players and I think 7 match officials. Not match officials, team officials, backroom staff. I think as Bryce that comes in bowls to Matthews, who played this away down to the field and the cover boundary for a single, the score moves up to 21-1. Yes, so at a World Cup, at these World Tournament, ICC cover all the bill. Airfare, hotel accommodation, meals, it's what they call it, per diem, meal allowance, everything. ICC covered it. Bowls to Joseph, who looks to swing again. It peels off the outer portion of the bat, running away down towards third man. The fielder slides, stopped it. Let's see if they will come back for 3. Yes, they are coming back for 3. The score moves up to 23-1 after 3.2 overs. Joseph moves up to 14 from 8 deliveries. Matthews is on 5 from 9 deliveries. So yes, Patrick Lambert, the ICC cover those bills for 22. For example, if West Indies had wanted to carry a traveling reserve, then that bill would be covered by the West Indies. Driven by Matthews straight to mid-off, and there is no run with 2 deliveries to come in over number 3 deliveries to come in over number 4. Bless up my good friend Elton Tucker. Are you doing any match today? Elton Tucker is the man who streamed the match live from South Florida every weekend. Bryce, Bolton Matthews, who played that to cover. She drived it, but she mistimed the drive and it bounced away to the fielder in the covers and there is no run. The score remains at 23 for 1 with 2 to come in over number 4. Over the wicket comes bowls to Matthews off the back foot to pierce the gap. Work for the fielder on the boundary comes in, prevent the two. She sends the returning on the bounce to the bowler, who didn't gather, but it stayed very close to her, restricting them to 24 for 1 after 3.5 overs. Bless love to you both. It's rain and more rain here in South Florida, so TV and cricket power play won't be streaming any cricket today. Instead, I will be listening. Okay, I swung away down towards long on and it bounced away into the boundary for 4 by Quiana Joseph as she moves up to 18 from 9 deliveries. 28 for 1 the West Indies after 4 overs. Matthews on 6. Joseph is on 18 from 9 deliveries. Good reply here by the West Indies after losing the wicket of Stephanie Taylor very early. So Elton Tucker, sad to hear that there's more rain. I think Athena was saying earlier today that's the storm is heading towards Florida. So if it's going to hit where you are, I think you are in South Florida, Palm Beach or somewhere there. But wherever you are, Elton, make sure that you are safe. If it is coming your way, protect yourself. Over to you, Andre.
Yes, thank you very much, Carlton. So West Indies have finally hit their stride, and they are now 28 for 1 after 4 overs. Matthews is on 6 from 12 deliveries. It's Joseph who has taken the initiative to go out on attack. So it is Bell who was bowled to Matthews. Matthews is forward, plays that gently into the offside. No runs is scored. The score remains on 28 for 1. In over number 5, it's been bowled by Bell. She's bowling to Matthews. Matthews has been very sedate start by Matthews, who settles once more and waits on Bell. Here's Bell over the wicket, bowl to Matthews, and Matthews is playing at came off the leading edge, just falling just short of the bowler. Matthews has been rather tentative here, probably just being overly cautious. So it is Bell who is back at the top of his mark. She's going to come to bowl to Matthews. Pass umpire now, bowl to Matthews. And it's driving and misses in Matthews. Ooh, Matthews living a very charmed life indeed. She's on 6 from 15 deliveries. Joseph, she's on 18 from 9. Matthews settles once more. She waits on Bell, who pass umpire now, bowl. Matthews on the back foot and punch that straight to the field at cover. No runs scored. So excellent over thus far. No runs scored. Matthews seemed to just not been timing the ball, not getting her timing well here. She settles once more. Does Matthews. Waits on Bell. Bowl, she's on the back foot and plays that. So it's a maiden over by Bell. So Matthews failed to score in a run from that over. So it's 28 for 1. Matthews remains on 6 from 17 deliveries. Is Joseph, she's on 18 from 9 after over. 1 delivery to come. I'm sorry. Another ball to come. So it's on the back foot is Matthews and plays that one to the backward point area. They go through for 1. Well stopped. They'll come back through for 2 runs. So 2 runs scored from the over. So it's my bad initially. My bad call initially. So it's 34-1 after over number 5. Patrick Lambert is saying they are not used to that type of money and are confused. Don't know what's going on. Not sure what he's alluding to there. How Matthews look? How Matthews looks so? Yeah, she seemed to be struggling a little bit, Jay. I think she's not, she's not timing the ball as well as we know how she can time it. Struggling a little bit. But it's going to be Kiana Joseph who will face.
There's a comment for you to react to, Andre.
Oh yes, don't be surprised if these women don't score 100 runs. Well, I would think they'll make the 100 and make it within probably say 15, 16 overs. I'm confident that they will. And it's going to be Chatterji. Is it pronounced Chatterji? To bowl to Kiana Joseph. She's going to come. Seem to be a left arm spinner. Or left arm fast medium bowler. Left arm. Oh, right arm. Oh, wow. Yes. Bowled to Joseph, who tries to turn that one off the pad. Oh, very sloppy run in there. Very sloppy run. If that was a direct, it should have been a goner. That's very, very sloppy from Joseph. So one leg by scored. It's 31 for 1. We're in over number 6. Instead of running right there, what was she doing? Matthews, who's back on strike, to face the bowling of Chatterji. Right arm medium bowler who's going to come to bowl to Matthews. Matthews settles and waits. As Chatterji pass umpire now, bowl to Matthews down the leg side, wide called. Score moves to 32 for 1. Matthews is on 8 from 18 deliveries. She settles once more and wait for Chatterji. Matthews settles, waits on Chatterji, who bowls to her. She's pulling that one and it's going to be caught. Yes, she goes. And Matthews goes. A big wicket off Matthews goes, trying to pull that one. Didn't get a hold of it. Caught by the field at mid-on. So the West Indies lose their second wicket. Matthews, very, 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 very strange innings there from Matthews. She was not able to get her timing right. She goes for 8. It's 32 for 2. And the Scottish team, they're dancing in the stands. They're dancing on the field. It's 32 for 2. So getting the very big wicket of Matthews is Chatterji. Gone for 8 from 19 deliveries. So West Indies have lost their second wicket in over number 6. They are 32 for 2. Shake of the head there by Jay. So I think it's more than likely it will be Dottin who will come in to bat. "12 dots and not even one boundary." Shake my head. Oh, Shimeen Campbell will come in to face the music. Shimeen Campbell averages 15.61 with a strike rate of 84. Here is Chatterji to bowl to Campbell. Pass umpire, bowl to Campbell. Campbell's on the back foot and plays that to the point fielder. No run scored. The score means on 32 for 2. It's going to be Chatterji once more to bowl to Campbell. Pass umpire, bowl to Campbell is wide on the leg side. A wide is taken. They'll also run 1. So 2 runs scored right there. Score moves on to 34 for 2. We're in over number 6. Being bowled by Chatterji. Kiana Joseph waits on Chatterji. Here she comes on the way to bowl to Joseph. And Joseph is hitting that one through the covers. It goes. Will it go for 4? Yes, it does. And there was Joseph on the front foot, hitting that one through the covers for 4 runs. The score moves on to 38 for 2. She goes to 22 from 11. in over number 6. So the first boundary scored from the bowling of Chatterji. And there was Kiana Joseph hitting that 1-2 covers. Taylor should have still been at the wicket, and both openers scoring up to 50 without loss. But now we are in a spot of bother. While Chatterji bowls to Joseph, he's on the back foot and plays that one to the wideish mid-on area. They go through for 1. Joseph moves to 23. The score moves to 39 for 2. It's going to be Dottin who will actually. She has her pads on in the pavilion, while Campbell comes to face the bowling of Chatterji. Chatterji comes in, passes umpire now, bowl to Campbell. Wide delivery again. It's poor bowling here by Chatterji. Another wide delivery. It's the third wide in the over. The score moves to 40 for 2. Poor bowling by Chatterji. So here she comes once more. She's going to come to bowl to Campbell. She's at the top of his mark. Comes to bowl to Shemaine Campbell. On her way, bowl to Campbell. Campbell is freaking that wide delivery down the right leg. Will it be 4 runs? Yes, it goes for 4. Goes for 4 runs. Let me see. And it's 4 rides. So 5 runs. There's poor stuff here on the part of Chatterji. It's giving West Indies 3 runs here. So she'll have to re-bowl that one. So it's 5 runs scored. 5 wides. So Campbell settles once more. She faces the bowling of Chatterji. 55 more runs needed for the West Indies victory. Chatterji comes in, bowl to Campbell. Campbell's on the back foot and plays that 1-2 mid-wicket for a single. That is all they'll get. So at the end of over number 6, which is the end of the power play, it's 46 for 2. It is 1 by Campbell and 23 by Joseph, and it's over to Carlton.
Thank you very much. 45 for 2 at the 46 for 2 at the end of the over. Canberra is on 1 and Joseph is on 23. West Indies closing in on victory, needing a further 54 to win from 84 deliveries, and we should get that easily. Jay said shot. I think that was some while ago. Patrick Lambert is saying, where is he from? I think you're referring to the coach. I won't tell you where he's from, Patrick, because it's not about where you're from for me. It's your performance. But you must bear in mind that the coach is not in the middle. So Patrick Lambert, I can answer that very simple without going into details. If the coach is not ultimately responsible for the performance of the team, we don't need a coach. It's as simple as that. So if we're going to say, well, the coach is not batting and bowling or so on, the coach is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team. And if he's not, we don't need a coach. So we don't need Diaz. We don't need Sammy. We don't need Kohli. We don't need them if the coach is not ultimately responsible for the performance. So that one was defending to the offside by Canberra, and there is no run. The score remains at 46 for 2 after 6.1 over. The end of the power play, Canberra down the pitch, hit this high in the air, down towards long on, over the field ahead, who gave chase, picked up, sends the return in. They get a singer. The score moves up to 47 for 2 after 6.2 overs. So Canberra will move up to 2. Joseph, who has playing well here now, he is the one who the coach said is a dangerous player. And today she's proving that somehow. She's 23 from 12 deliveries. As she seconds now, and seconds round the wicket, bowls to Joseph, who just tucked that into the onside. They go through for a singer. So the score moves up now to 48 for 2. 48 for 2 is the score. That's Olivia Bell that is bowling. Olivia Bell is the bowler. Bowls to Canberra with it straight back to Bell. She catch it. Wonderful catch. Oh, she bobbled it, but then she took the catch and Canberra goes. She came down the pitch and hit it hard. straight back at the bowler who took a low catch. She juggled it though, I think on the third attempt or fourth attempt, and she hung on to it, and Canberra goes for 2 from 5 deliveries. West Indies in a spot of bother, you know, like 1 attempt, 2 attempt, 3 attempt. On the third attempt, she took the catch. West Indies in a spot of bother as they are 48 for 3 after 6.4 overs. Bell picking up the wicket of Canberra, caught and bowled by Bell. Earlier, Stephanie Taylor went bowled by Slater, and Ailey Matthews was caught by K. Bryce of the bowling of Chatterji for 8. West Indies 48 for 3. 48 for 3. Can you imagine that? West Indies rocketing along at the moment. Well, Envoy, they have been stopped in their track right now. I'm trying to find the quote by Ailey Matthews. I think it was shared by the ICC. So it's definitely the ICC who had said it. Here, the ICC, he was speaking to the ICC, and there it is. Right here. No, right, this one that I'm highlighting here. If this is, if not our best, definitely one of our best squads that we have that we had at the T20 World Cup. That's Ailey Matthews, and this is courtesy of ICC. Dottin comes in, that one peeled off the edge, and it goes down towards third man. So in a nutshell, there's Ailey Matthews saying that West Indies, this is the best West Indies team. She said, this is. And then she said, if not the best. You know, I think I'm the one who put 2016 in it, because if I look back at the quote, there's no 2016 in it. So Ailey Matthews is saying that this is the best team. It's either the best or one of the best. And this is how they are performing. I can't understand. 50 for 3 after 7 overs. Dottin is on 2 from 2. Joseph is on 24 from 13. Is it 13 or 14? Something like that. Dottin is on 24 from 30. Not Dottin. Quiana Joseph is on 24 from 13 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 6. Dottin is on 2 from 2 deliveries. West Indies 50 for 3 after 7 overs. Needing to get 100 to win. They need a further 50 runs from 78 deliveries. I still think that we will get it. Jason, best team no. I don't understand the point that you're making, Jay. I would like some clarity. Match is struggling because the rest of the players are not supporting her, thereby building pressure. But Patrick Lambert, let's watch now as Masood comes in, bowls to Joseph, who swings this away down to long on, and probably the fielder going for the catch, but probably never quite got it. And so they will come back for 2. Joseph moves up to 26. So 26 for Joseph as Masood, the leg spinner, bowls to Joseph, and she swung it away down to long on. The fielder maybe should have dived forward there. She's on 26 from 14 deliveries. West Indies on 52 for 3 after 7.1 overs. Quiana Joseph seconds. Masood comes in, bowls to Joseph, who pulls a full toss down backward of square leg for 4. So it was a full toss, and she pulled it down backward of square leg for 4. 56 now for 3. And probably Joseph, this is a good matchup for Joseph, you know. It's a fancy matchup for Joseph. It was a full toss, and she pulled it away down backward of square leg for 4. Lovely shot there by Joseph. She's on 30 now from 15 deliveries. That's a strike rate of exactly 200. West Indies 56 for 3. 44 more needed for victory. Masood comes in, bowls to Joseph. Another full toss, which she slapped down to long on for a singer. The score moves up to 57 for 3. So Patrick is at I would agree with you to some extent that because I have played for team already where the batting is weak and there's added pressure. You don't want to get out. But in this case, and with Stephanie Taylor injured, probably DeAndre Dottin not in the best of form, as Masood comes in, bowls to Dottin, who I don't know if she was looking to leave the ball or not, but it taken on the it comes onto the bat and it goes out into the offside and there's no run. You know. However, Matthews herself last night, yes, it was yesterday interview, in the pre-match interview, she said that pressure doesn't bother her any at all. She doesn't feel pressure. So I can only tell you what Matthews said if you believe her or not. She said she doesn't feel the pressure because everybody knows that she can get a one ball. So she go out there and play her natural game. Swung away by Dottin, down back with a square leg. The fielder comes to her right, picked up, sends the return in. They go through for 2. Good running by Dottin. The score moves up to 59 for 3. So in that interview at the end of 8 over, just before I welcome back Andre, is that she did said that everybody knows that she can get a one ball. So she doesn't worry about if she got out, what the team will do. Because she playing freely is what going to help the team the most. That's what she said yesterday in the official pre-match press conference to the ICC. That's what Ailey Matthews said. Well, welcome back to Andre.
Joseph is on the back foot and plays that one back to the bowler. No run scored. The score remains on 59 for 3. We're in over number 9. It's been bowled by Bell, who comes around and wicket bowl to Joseph. Hits that one up in the air. Will she be taken? Yes, she's out. Gone. Good catch. So Joseph goes for 31. It's 31 from 18 deliveries. So West Indies have lost their 4th wicket. It's 59 for 4 in over number 9. So Bell picking up another wicket, picking up her 2nd wicket. No, it's actually Masood, right? Sorry. No, it's
Bell. It's Bell. Masood over finish. Bell.
Oh yeah, well, why is it Masood? I don't see what. Okay, it's actually Bell. Yeah, we're showing something else right there. Yes. So the West Indies have lost their 4th wicket, and 59 for 4. We're in over number 9. Matthews is struggling because the rest of the players are not supporting her, thereby building pressure, says Patrick Lambert. This should be an easy win for West Indies. They should think about their run rate. Well, it's not easy at all based on what's happening right here. So, but DeAndre Dottin is still there. You have the likes of Chanel Henry to come, Alain who can bat, and so it's going to be Henry who's on the back foot and plays that one to deep cover. She's off the mark. The score moves to 60 for 4. We're in over number 9. It's been bowled by Bell. Was impressed thus far. That's a good catch. A very good catch there by, is it Chatterji? As Bell bowled to Dottin, who's driving that one. Oh, just over the middle fielder for 4. Living dangerous in there was Dottin, just driving that one over the fielder at the middle of air for 4 runs. But that was that's very, very close. Living 30 with danger, as they say. 64 for 4. So Dottin goes a rather fortuitous boundary right there. As Dottin settles once more, bowl to and waits on Bell. She tickles into the mid-wicket area. They go through for 1. That is all they'll get. The score remains on 65 for 4. Dottin moves on to 9. She's on 9 from 7 deliveries. Henry, who's on 1, she's back on strike. So it's gonna be Bell, who comes in bold to Henry. Henry's hitting that one high, hard. It's going over long on for 6. And there was Henry on the front foot, driving that one, hitting that right over the long on field for 6 runs. So West Indies need a further 29 runs to win. Henry moves on to 7. So at the end of over number 9, it is 71 for 4. West Indies female cricket team is a joke comparing to when you see the top teams play, says Dennis Barnaby. Well, one thing for sure is that, that was close, says Jamor Smalls. Yeah, that was perilously close indeed. And it's Mascoud bowled to Dottin, who's driving and missing that outside off stump. Yeah, they seem to be living a very charmed life, are the West Indies batters. Well, this pair should get us over within a jiffy. Well, if they stay for the next 3 to 4 overs, I think they more than likely should be very, very close. As Mascoud bowled to Dottin, who drives down the ground for no runs actually scored there. The fielder picks up cleanly, returns. So the score means on 71 for 4. As Mascoud comes once more to bowl to Dottin. On the way, bowl to Dottin, a full toss. Oh, turn into a Yorker delivery. She managed to dig that out. So the score means on 71 for 4. Dottin is on 9. Henry's on 7 from 2 deliveries. Mascoud once more. Bowl to Dottin, who's down the pitch and drives to the long on fielder. Just a single scored. The score moves on to 72 for 4. Henry is back on strike. So far, this partnership has yielded 13 from 8 deliveries. It's Henry who has taken the attack to the Scottish team. Here's Mascoud bowl to Henry, who drives that one back to the bowler. No runs scored. Really well bowled there by Mascoud. Just throwing that one up a touch. And Henry settles it once more. She's going to come to bowl to Henry faces the bowler of Mascoud to drive that one to the mid-wicket area. They go through for 1. That is all they'll get. So at the end of over number 10, it is 73 for 4. Dottin is on 10. Henry is on 8. And that is it. Carlton, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a drinks break now, and clearly Sean Diaz must go. There's no way Sean Diaz can continue in this job. As I said yesterday, this atmosphere and this environment that he is claiming to have created, it's just a front. It's just a front that that he's using to masquerade his in-depth ability to coach a cricket team at this level. And probably the atmosphere that he have created is one of that calls for mediocrity performance. Sean Diaz must go. He should not stay until the end of this World Cup. No way should he stay. Then is saying that the West Indies should just try to win the game. Don't bother about the run rate. I agree with you, then. I can't disagree with you, because if they bother about the run rate, they might just lose it, because Chanel Henry, then Alia Alain, well,
and that's it.
And yes, and then that's it. The others are just gonna. Well, Shady Nation is there, and Shady Nation is playing as a batswoman. So
yeah, what?
So, but she's terrible out of form. Let's hope she'll get some form today, because
she's playing as a batter, and she cannot even bat before. She cannot even bat before Henry, who was a bowling all rounder. Huh?
Yeah, well, I think that I was just about to say that too, that I would have expected her to come ahead of Henry. because if she is not like, while Henry and Alain can hit away the ball, we know that those are the Matthews, Ali Alain, and Chanel Henry are the three big hitters in this team. They can hit out, clear the boundary easily. Stephanie Taylor at her very best too. And Quiana Joseph. But the thing with Quiana Joseph, she just swings from the hip, so she doesn't time the ball. You know. But the Shady Nation, once she's at the crease, she's going to score runs because she's a very busy player. But how many runs she'll score? At 6, 8, 10 the most? So really and truly would have expected her. But I would have expected her to come ahead of Henry. Yes. Donald Popo, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you, sir. We are clearly ahead of in run rate, but need to play carefully. Yes, Leighton. But the issue is that we were beaten by South Africa so badly that we went into this match with a minus 2.90 run rate. Minus 2.90. Chances are, well, not chances. The reality is that we may have to beat England to go through to the semi-final. Not we'll have to beat England to go through the semi-final. As looking at this performance, as far-fetched as that may be, probably is one of those matches where early matches just turn up and just take over the match and win the match for the West Indies. So the possibility exists that we can beat England. Bryce bowls to Dottin, Henry, who plays it into the cover, and there's no run. So if England beats South Africa and we beat England, all three teams will be on the same number of points, taking into consideration that we might beat Bangladesh too, and they will beat Bangladesh too. Driven by Henry down to mid-off, there's no run. The score remains at 73 for 4. So net run rate may come into it, and that's why I think that someone else said that Dane had said, don't bother about worrying about the minus 2.9. Just try and win the match and get the 2 points. Pitched up, driven by Henry through the gap down to the extra cover boundary for 4. So Bryce pitched up and Henry was onto her front foot and she drove that smoothly down wide of the cover fielder down to the boundary for 4. The score moves up now to 77 for 4 West Indies in over number 10.3. Henry Seckers as Bryce comes into Erner. Over the wicket, bowls to Henry, and Henry cuts this away. Down to third man, bottom edge. It's running very close to the boundary. They're gone for 1. They're coming back for 2. It gets to the boundary now. 4 more runs, 81 for 4. So there was Henry on the back foot, cut it away. It came off the bottom of the bat, the bottom edge of the bat, and goes away down to third man for 4. She moves up to 16 from 8 deliveries. Dottin is on 10 from 11 deliveries. As West Indies now 81 for 4, needing a further 19 runs to win their first match of the T20 World Cup and collecting over $31,000 for winning this match. So maybe Dane is dead right. Collect the money first before you think about run rate. Bowls to Henry, who played it into the covers. They go through for an easy singer. The fielder did not pick up, which makes it comfortable in the end. And the score moves up to 82 now for 4. As they show that catch that was brilliantly taken by Bell on the third attempt, I think. Olivia Bell is her name. She has bowled well today. Let's see now as Bryce comes in, bowls to Dottin, who reverse sweep this down towards third man. They're gone for 1. I'm sure they will come back for 2. These 2 are good runners. The return comes in 84 for 2 now at the end of over number 11. So it's 84 for 2 at the end of number 11. Matthews made 8. Stephanie Taylor made 4. Quiana Joseph 31. And Sherman Campbell 2. Bowling not out at this time is Chanel Henry on 18. Deandra Dottin is on 12. Bowling for Scotland, Rachel Slater, she bowled 2 overs, 1 for 17. Catherine Bryce, 3 overs, none for 22. Olivia Bell, 3 overs, 2 for 18. Chatterji, she bowled 1 over, 1 for 15. Probably will not get back the ball. And Masood have bowled 2 overs thus far. And so let's watch her now. 2 overs, none for 11. She comes in now, bowled to Chinel Henry. She's up, bowled to Chinel Henry down the pitch, driven down towards long off for a singer. The score moves up to 85 for 4. 85 for 4. Jamar Small said, give the West Indies the luck of the Amazon Warriors. Lol, lol, lol. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. So here comes Masood, bowled to Dottin down the pitch, high over long off for 6. She just came down the pitch, give herself room, hit that inside out, over long off for 6. It's 91 for 4 now, and West Indies need a further 9 runs to win. Jay said shot. Yes, indeed, it was a shot. Even when you teach and tell your children what and how to do certain things, you can't force them. I'm not making any excuses. Thank you for your comment. Later, James said change needed to be in the batting order from the top. Could be. Quiana Joseph, I don't think she'll get away against England. Masood bowls to Dottin. She reverse sweep, beat the short fine leg. Or the backward point, it goes into the boundary. Yes, no, 4 runs, 95 for 4. So Dottin really playing good here now, really playing good. And so she moves up to 22 from 14 deliveries. Chinel Henry's on 18 from 10 deliveries. And West Indies are closing in on victory now. And they're really going to, they need to win the match in this over. I watched the interview but was not impressed. Don't forget I said, don't be surprised. Yes, Patrick Lambert, yes. And Jamor Small, Dottin is on fire. Yes, as Masood comes into Dottin and she hit this high over mid-wicket for 6 runs. That's the West Indies victory. Dottin, 18 from 25 deliveries. And West Indies scored this victory off 11.4 overs, which is going to bump up now their net run rates. Although it was minus 2.9, they are going to I'm not working it out right now. 2.9, and they won in the 11th over. So that's about 9. They won in the 12th over, 112 overs. 12, 8. I'm not working it out right now, but it could be about, it will have come out of the minus. I definitely think that we have come out of the minus. That in cash out and driving out in our BMW. Yes, Jamor Smalls. Yes, so the West Indies, they are, along with the 2 points that they have won, they have also won over 31,000 US dollars in this match for winning the match. And so they are coming off with a smile. Very nice, very nice. They should not have, Leighton said, they should not have lost so many wickets, yeah. Mr. Carlton, I would like to hear your prediction for the finals before the end of this game. The game already ended, Patrick Lambert, and you'll have to join me for the final to hear that. The final will be coming up in just about 6 hours' time. So, I'm going to rest this voice for the final. So, congratulations to the West Indies, and see you later for the grand final of the CPL. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Until then, bye for now.